Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most essential building block of any LangChain project, which is document loaders. So if you've ever wondered how we bring data from the real world like PDFs, text files, websites, or CSVs into our AI pipeline, this is where it all begins. So document loaders actually act as a bridge between raw data and intelligent system. So, what exactly are document loaders here? So, think of them as a specialized tool that read and import data from different sources into LangChain's standardized format called documents. So, each document contains not just text but also metadata, things like file name, source URL, or page number, which later helps us organize and query data more efficiently. In simple terms, they are the data ingestion engines of LangChain. And today we'll look at five of the most commonly used ones: TextLoader, PyPDFLoader, DirectoryLoader, web-based loader, and then CSV loader. So first of all, we'll start with the text loader. As the name suggests, this one deals with plain text files. So it's perfect when you have .txt documents, maybe transcript, logs, or notes that you want to feed into your system. Where it it opens the file, reads the text, and wraps it into a LangChain document object, which is quite lightweight, fast, and ideal for structured plain text data. The next is a PyPDF loader, one of the most popular loaders, especially in retrieval-based AI system, because PDFs are everywhere in research paper, invoices, reports, books, and they often carry a lot of valuable information. So PyPDFLoader extracts the text from each page and converts them into a structured documents, keeping track of the metadata like page numbers and file sources. And then it makes it incredibly useful when you need to query or summarize specific sections of a PDF rather than treating it as a single long text. Now, what if you have hundreds of files sitting inside a folder? And that's where document loader comes in. Instead of manually loading each file, uh, directory loader. So directory loader scans through your folder and automatically loads every document that matches your design pattern. For example, all TXT or PDF files. It is perfect for large scale projects like when you're building a chatbot trained on a company's entire set of initial doc or internal documents. So it also saves you from a lot of manual effort and ensures consistency across all your data sources. Now, this is where things get interesting because not all data lives on your local machine. Sometimes the information you need is scattered across web pages, blogs, or online articles on the internet. And then that's where the web-based loader comes in. This loader fetches the data directly from a web page URL, extracts the text content, uh, cleans it up, and then turns it into a usable document. So it's extremely handy for web scraping or live data retrieval. For example, pulling FAQs from a website, news content from an article, or product info from an online store. With web-based article, you're not just limited to static files. Your AI can now learn from live evolving web content from the internet. And finally, we have a CSV loader. So that's the one built for structural tabular data like spreadsheet datasets or analytical reports. Instead of reading the file as raw text, CSV loader processes each row of your CSV file as a separate document, allowing the model to understand and retrieve structured information easily. Especially useful when combined with retrieval or Q&A components where you might want your AI to answer questions like which product has the highest sales last month, or like who's the top growing employee, and then all sorts of stuff like that from a CSV based data source. Uh, so as we have completed these five document loaders, so each loader solves a unique problem here. First, text loader helps with plain text. PyPDF loader handles structured PDF documents. Directory loader manages bulk data. Web-based loader brings in dynamic online content, and CSV loader handles structured text. Now we're going to see the implementation of each of these loader in our code. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create a folder. what is it, number 9, and then call it document loaders. And then we'll start with the first one, which is our TextLoader.py. Okay, I'm going to create a few files here. Let's okay, for this we'll use the docs.txt file that we already have, and then we'll load this. Let me word wrap so that you can see the content of this, what it's written here. I'm not going to use the model. I'm just going to use the loader and then show you by loading the documents. So from LangChain underscore community dot document loaders import text loader. Okay. Now you need to create a loader object from this text loader. So text loader, and then provide a file name, create docs.txt, and then if you need to provide an encoding, you can also do it. So let's do it, encoding UTF-8, and then once you do this, you can print out your docs here. So first of all, let's do loader.load, and then you can print out your docs here. Okay, what did I do here? Let's exit this and then run this again. So as you can see, the content inside this docs folder has been loaded from my file here, and then the source is docs.txt. What you can also do is you can also see the type of this docs. So if you print the type of this docs, then you'll see that the type is list here. In the list, you have a document which encodes the metadata, that encodes source, and then inside the document we also have page content here. So you can directly also use this. So print docs 0 dot page content, which will directly print you the content inside the text that we have. Or you can also print out the metadata, docs 0 dot metadata, and then you'll be able to see the metadata, which is the source that we have. Okay, so this is our first loader that we have. Now we'll move to our second loader, which is our PyPDFLoader. New file. So PyPDFLoader.py. Here I'm going to copy a simple PDF file from somewhere and then paste it here. Okay, you can grab any PDF file that you want, and I'll go to PyPDFLoader and I'll import from LangChain underscore community dot document loaders, import PyPDFLoader. Now initialize the loader object, and my file name is dlcurriculum.pdf. So I'm going to use that same file name, curriculum.pdf. Just a docs equals to loader.load, and then print out the docs. So whatever is present in this document will be loaded and then printed out. Okay, so we need to install PyPDF. So let's do this. PyPDF. Okay, and then type pip install. We'll just do PyPDF because everything else is installed here. And now that is installed, we can run our program again, which is PyPDFLoader. Where is that? and you can see our PDF page content has been loaded, and it is loaded in the same format which contains a list, and then that contains a document contains some metadata inside this, and then along with that it also has its page content. So you can follow the same process as we did earlier here to print out the page content as well as the metadata. Okay, now we'll move to the third type, and then our third type is going to be our directory loader. So for that, I'm going to copy some PDFs inside a directory. So I basically have these AI books and a financial report, uh, and then using this PDF inside this directory, I'm going to load the content of this particular books folder here. So let me open a new file and then call it DirectoryLoader.py. You can choose any kind of PDF inside a folder, and then that will work. Okay, so from LangChain community dot document loaders import directory loaders, and then we'll also do PyPDFLoader because we have PDF content inside this. So loader equal to directory loader, and then we'll provide a path to this. So path is a folder called books, and then inside that I have contents like a file name .pdf, and then I'll also define a loader class, and my loader class is going to be a PyPDFLoader. Okay, so what I can do is I can do loader dot lazy load, and then for document in docs will only print the metadata here. So document dot metadata. Okay, let me clear this out and then run this again. So I have 4 different PDFs here, and for those 4 different PDFs, my document loader has started loading whatever it can find inside it. So since there is a lot of metadata that I have, so it has been loading every metadata it can find inside my folder here. So it's loading each and every page. That is why the metadata print is going on, but I think you understand what we're trying to do here. So I'm going to terminate this, and now we'll move to our fourth one, or our fourth loader, which will be our web-based loader. So let me create a new file, web-based loader.py. I'm going to import web-based loader from LangChain community dot document loaders, import the web-based loader. Okay, now I don't need anything else. I'm simply going to copy a URL about a car review that I could find on the internet. So from this, I'll use loader equals to web-based loader, and then I'm going to pass the URL. Docs equals to loader.load, and then I'll print out the docs here. So this will open a website that contains a car review on it, and then I'm trying to load the text present in this particular URL here. So let me run this. Okay, so it also needs beautiful soup because it will I think go for web scraping of this. So we'll install PS4 or beautiful soup 4 here. I'll also mention it on the requirements.py. Okay, so since this is installed, so let me go and then run web-based loader again. We clear this and run this. It might take some time because scraping might take some time here, and then you can see that all of the text inside this are loaded, and then it's again in the same format. So the format is uniform. It has a list inside which it contains a document inside which we have metadata, and then there are a lot of other contents in the metadata as well, and then the page content actually contains the text content of that particular website. Now finally, I'm going to work on the last type of loader, which is a CSV loader. So for that, I'm going to paste a CSV file here on my project folder, so you can see the CSV file that I have. It's just a comma separated file that contains some data. You can use any kind of CSV file that you want. And now I'm going to go to document loader. I'm going to create a new file, 5 CSV CSV loader.py. Okay. Now again, the import is the same from LangChain community. We import document loaders, import CSV loader, and then the loader is going to be an object of CSV loader. Inside this, I'm going to provide a file path. File path is going to be, what is my file name? So social network apps.csv. Let me rename this and then write data.csv so that it will be easier for me to write on the file name here. So data.csv, and data equals to loader.load, and then if I print data here, I will be able to see my CSV file content in this. Let me run this, and you can see it's again being presented in a similar format. Inside the list there is a document and there is a metadata, then inside it contains source and page number here, page content here. So this is how we use these 5 document loaders. This is an essential part of our retrieval augmented generation system, because on the very first step we need to load we need to ingest our we need to load our data into our rack system, which can be used as a knowledge base for our rack project. So this is how we use it. I hope you understood the concept and also the implementation works for you. If you have any query, feel free to comment down below and I'll try to help you out. And I'll see you in the upcoming video with something new. Thank you.